You know, after everything, Nicolas Jackson and Ali Barat, they've been asked to return back to London. You know, when I was saying this thing, people were in the comment section, people were arguing. See, you are on a contract. It's like, again, I feel like most football fans, right? You people do not understand what the contract is. The thing is, you don't understand what the contract is. And the reason why you don't understand what the contract is because you yourself, you've never experienced a contract. Because if you've experienced a contract, right, you will understand that the nonsense that Nicolas Jackson and his agents were doing, it was not feasible. It will not hold water. You would know. Because if a contract is signed, you must deliver. Whether rain, whether sunshine, nobody cares. Whether your emotions, whether you are sad, whether you are happy, whether you don't like the way you are treated, whether you don't like the way you are being treated, whether you love the way you are being treated, it doesn't matter. Once you have a contract must be fulfilled. Again, the reason why most of you don't know this is because you likely have never been under a contract yourself. Most of you, you've never worked for people. You've never had a job. Because if you've had a job, you will know that contract don't care. Whether you are sick, whether you have emotions, it don't care. It's only at the discretion of your employee. That is when you'll be now be paying that, oh, let my employee have emotions. Shebi, at the end of the day, the Bayern Munich not tell him. Bayern Munich told him, go back to UK, go back to England, go back to London. Bayern Munich told him, go back to London. He ruined everything. Nicolas Jackson has ruined everything. I don't see the way Nicolas Jackson starts at Chelsea. I don't see it. Because as it is right now, we've recorded McGill from Sunderland. We've recorded McGill. So, yes, right now it seems like, oh, what is the club doing? The club is confused. I see a lot of that from many content creators, many sports analysts, many sports content creators, and what have you, and many football fans. They say, oh, Chelsea is confused. Now, why did they bring Nicolas Jackson? Why did they recall Nicolas Jackson? Why did they recall McGill? If they know that they can recall McGill, they should have just let Nicolas Jackson go alone. Again, the problem is you people are just being emotional. Emotions is what will ruin you. Emotions ruins. Because if you understand, nobody wanted to call back McGill. Nobody. We all know that McGill needs that developmental plan. I mean, if you put Nicolas Jackson and put McGill, almost 9 out of 10 people will pick Nicolas Jackson out of McGill. Why? Because we've seen Nicolas Jackson. We know what we can see. We've seen that Nicolas Jackson, even though he will miss chance, he will still score goals. So we have that security in Nicolas Jackson more than McGill. It was Nicolas Jackson that this Chelsea board wanted. They wanted him back. But he was playing funny games. He said he was trying to hold the club for ransom. You are trying to hold your employer to ransom. You're trying to hold your employer to ransom. Yes, I understand the whole emotion side of it. Yes, he feels betrayed. Yes, and quite guaranteed, he's entitled to feel that way. He feels bad. But you don't owe your employers to ransom that way. Not when you know that, see, there was no contract. If Bayern Munich had signed the contract, the loan deal for, for Nicolas Jackson, and it had already been legally signed, that Nicolas Jackson had made the move officially, made the loan move officially to Bayern Munich, and Chelsea were now saying, come back, and Nicolas Jackson was training his tantrums. It would make sense, because at that particular point, Nicolas Jackson is already a Bayern Munich player, so he's no longer a Chelsea player, so it would make sense. He already has a club where he's going to play. But Bayern Munich had not signed. Nobody had signed any documents. Your club is calling you back. Come back. As a normal person that thinks, well, yes, you can be angry. Go back. Be angry in the plane. Go back. Go and state your anger face to face with them. I don't like the way you are treating me. Don't make a fuss about it. When you get there, who knows? Maybe eventually they will still let you go. They'll say, okay, you go back to Bayern Munich, or okay, or you go and have a face to face. I don't want to play for you again, but it was doing social media. Look at it now. As it is right now, I feel like Nicolas Jackson's time at Chelsea is over, because again, we've called back McGill, and Enzo Maresca is somebody that he will not use a player that does not want to play. Nicolas Jackson will not play for Chelsea again. He will not. So again, don't you asking me why? Okay, if Chelsea know that they will call McGill, why did they not stop the loan? Because they know that Bayern Munich will not permanently buy Nicolas Jackson. Yes, because the stance of Chelsea right now is, since you say you don't want to play for us, look for a permanent transfer, leave this club. That is the stance of Chelsea. If Bayern Munich had made the move, they'll say, okay, we'll permanently sign Jackson, or we'll take him on loan with obligation to buy. Chelsea would have allowed him to go on loan. But Bayern Munich were looking for a loan with option, buy option. That buy option means that it's at the discretion of Bayern Munich that they decide they want to buy or not. That's what it means. You understand? So Chelsea knows that, okay, if this guy goes on loan to Bayern Munich, there's a very high probability that Bayern Munich will not sign him. So he will still return back. What is the need returning back? Since he has already told us that he does not want to pay for us again. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Because most of you, again, you people fail to think because you are clouded by emotions. That's what is happening. Chelsea, the reason why Chelsea cancelled that loan and said, okay, you come back, is because they know that this guy will ask him to come back. If he feels he say he doesn't want to play for Chelsea again, okay, we need to permanently sell him. Bayern Munich, will you permanently buy him? Bayern Munich say no, they will not permanently buy him. Okay, come back. We cannot agree for that loan deal with buy option. We need a loan deal with obligation to buy, or you permanently buy him. Simple. So right now, as Jackson is coming, nothing for him. His career at Chelsea is over. That's my opinion, though. I feel like he's going to leave. I feel like he's likely going to go to a club like Aston Villa. Because if Chelsea is recalling McGill, telling Jackson come back, they are selling Jackson, because McGill is not going to leave that Sunderland if he's not sure that he's going to play. He's not, because he was definitely going to get game time at Sunderland. Again, Nicolas Jackson, you have ruined your career at Chelsea. Simple as that. When we tell you don't make decisions with emotions, don't make, as a lot of people still come back to this argument, to this conversation and argue. Again, all these ones, they are just my opinions, so my analysis of how I'm seeing the things. I might be wrong, I might be right, but I think I am right. I think before the transfer window is closing on Monday, before the transfer window will close, you will hear that Nicolas Jackson has left Chelsea. Again, Nicolas Jackson is your loss. You don't have people advising you. When you have people advising you, you even know what a contract means. You immediately, Chelsea have told you, come back to London. You will go back. They say, I where they cry, still they see. Yes, you can be angry. Go back first. Go back. Go and express your anger face to face. Tell them you don't want to play again. At least that way you say it behind closed doors. In fact, they will even help you to find a solution. But no, you were throwing tantrums. Your agent was making YouTube, Instagram post up and down. Let your agent give you football team to play now.